where that notch is. It is Brandon here, and today I have only one goal, and that is to hopefully finish all the digging for the shelter. I have ordered a hot stove, a wood stove, and it'll be here in a week or two, and I'm hoping to be able to bust that out and use it, but the digging needs to be done first. It's also been exactly 1 week since my cousin and my brother were out here from that other video, and other than that, we're gonna see if I'm able to get this finished. I really doubt it. I'm sure the best idea would probably to flatten out and dig out as much of this wall as I planned on doing, but before I started anything else, but I don't want to do that, honestly, and I don't exactly know how it's going to work out either, so that's why I'm kind of just delaying that. All right, I'm making decent progress with filling in this corner, honestly. Okay, so it has been 2 days since my previous recording. I made the rookie mistake of letting my camera die while I was out there. Now I just got off work, it's about 5 o'clock, and I'm gonna try and dig a little bit through the night since I'm getting a little impatient on the digging. I'm wanting to get it done quicker than it's probably gonna take. So I'm gonna come out here, hopefully find my way back in the dark to my car, but it shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, that's the plan. More digging. Okay, as you can see, I've obviously did some work from when I recorded last, a couple days ago. After I was done recording, I mainly just tried to straighten this wall out more. It clearly needs flattened back a bit more, that way. And then I took a lot of time by hand molding just little bits by bits on that half. I hurried out here because I was wanting to get working as quick as I could before it got dark out, but I hurried so much that now I'm all sweaty, and I don't want to get too sweaty out here with it being cold. So I'm gonna relax for a second. I have some nice catering from Jimmy John's, a courtesy of lunch left over from my job. And a nice Michelob Ultra. Definitely gonna need the headlamp tonight. And just gloves like always. I'm pretty annoyed. I have now, over the course of my 3 trips out here, lost my right glove liner and outer glove to my favorite pair. And then the last video, I brought out my other pair, the red gloves, and I've completely lost those now too. So now I am down to just a regular pair of cloth winter gloves and just a pair of garden gloves, which if I lose those, that puts me down to nothing. So let's not do that. I also had no plans on making a fire while I was out here, but I think I'm going to, just so I don't feel as weird in the dark. So yeah, I'm gonna smash half this and then get to working. Don't want to get lazy. I'm hoping it's a Monday night, so there's a game on at 7:20. So I'm hoping to get home by 8:30. So I'm not gonna be out here too long. Doing it the old-fashioned way, hoping it works. Woo! Burnt my finger a little. Oh yeah. I've almost done all that I plan to do today. And I've probably filled in that back wall as much as I plan on for a while. I'll probably only focus on digging the kind of what I'm sitting on here. But I've got this fairly well flattened out. Here's a corner edge. That's where the normal tree is, and then that's where I filled in. I made it back to my car, but I do not suggest going in the middle of the night by yourself with nothing but a headlamp. I even had to have a headlamp that's pretty bright, I thought, and I couldn't see more than just a few feet away from me. All right, it is another day back at the spot. It is Saturday. It has been about 5 days since the last time I've been out here, and I am still trying to smash out what is left of that back wall right there. I've pretty much, if you look at the bottom, it is pretty much filled in completely. I am totally expecting to get that done today. Hopefully start on digging out some more of the ground right here that we see. And then I think it'll take one more day out after this. But after that, I expect to be done digging. It doesn't look like it was in there very solid. You can tell there's some weathering, and some of the layers are wanting to start peeling away, you can see. But I'm gonna put some fresh stuff up, put it in a lot better, a lot more solid than I did before. Got some nice brats and a hot dog I'm gonna eat up later. Some extra water. A little flask, can't go without that. Ooh. And a Red Bull. I know drinking alcohol and Red Bull is extremely unhealthy, but I just cannot quit drinking the Red Bulls. And as far as the alcohol goes, today is my 1 day a week where I am free of responsibilities. Cheers. Yeah, I got a lot of that on my chin. If you've ever used one of these collapsible chairs before, especially on soft soil, then you know already that when you sit down, the legs dig into the mud to the point where a lot of the times the chair is just not even usable, or you have to wedge the chair in a way that makes it really uncomfortable to sit. So all you do to it is take one of these golf balls, well, I keep saying golf balls, tennis balls. Take one of these. I cut one before I came out just to test how hard it would be to get into it, because I've never cut a tennis ball open before. Goes on just like that. Well, it looks like I forgot to even bring a knife, so we're going with this. I know this is not safe or whatever else, but that's what I'm doing. Alright. I only brought two because I thought putting just one on each of the back legs would be enough to stop it from sliding in, so I guess we'll see. I also only had 2 tennis balls, so voila. As far as it being level goes, I'm totally happy with that. I don't want it to be any more deep. I'm cool with all this hanging out for now. So I think I'm gonna start digging up all this that I left on the bottom to stuff in. And then I'm just gonna go straight towards making this wider. And then after that, I'm gonna worry about the floor of this itself being level. All right, I'm done clearing that out, but I won't pretend that wasn't a pain in the ass, and I'm not sweating, and that is just from clearing out the mud I knocked down from the wall. That's not even working on any of this, so I've got a rough time ahead for me. So I've decided on this back side of the lodge, on that corner, I'm not gonna dig it all the way down. I'm gonna actually put kind of like a raised platform with the dirt to kind of have a table. But I do want this side to still be deep enough for me to lay down, so I have space to, you know, do stuff on the other side. So I'm gonna lay down and I'm gonna mark how tall I am, and then I'm gonna use this log right here to be my kind of measuring stick. Oh, this ground is very uneven. So I probably want it to at least where that notch is, if the camera is able to see it. Yeah, I've never claimed to be an expert, just so anyone knows. This is the first time for me even building a lodge or anything like this. I thought I could be lazy and do this the incorrect way and just do it real fast, but it was not working very well for me. That's gonna be an unsatisfying cut. I should have definitely cut it longer. That is a lively tree too. Right here I'm just shaping where the platform space is going to be that I mentioned just a second ago. As you can see, I cleared out the platform spot. And then also the edge of where I need to dig out for the bed. And then right now, I'm gonna dig a line. Actually, I think it might be a good idea to get a second log to make sure I follow the line good enough. Oh, went down way too quick. It's a good height. I mean, good width. I don't know if it's a good length. I'll just have to deal with it. All right, I am dead tired. I'm sweating and it's getting dark. So I'm gonna show you one last update before I start heading out. There's the platform for the bed. Squirrel made me jump. All right, it is only 5:01 on the dot, but I've got to get out of here if I don't want to get stuck in the dark again like last time. I didn't record a lot while I was out here, honestly, for how much I did, but I just wanted to get as much done as I physically possibly could. I didn't eat the brat I bought, and I didn't even sit down in the chair more than maybe once or twice that I brought out here, but next time I come out will definitely be the last time I'm doing any digging, and then the next time after that, I think we'll be camping. All right, I'm back out here for what I want to say is the 5th trip out here just to dig, and this is going to be the final day. I've also got a new bow saw to test out. All right, I have got what I believe you pronounce it Agawa, Boreal 21 Agawa bow saw. This is, if you've seen a lot of bushcrafting videos, then you've probably seen this before. Cost me only like $75, and I honestly have been excited to use it, so I think we're gonna go try it out before we even get anything done digging. All right, it looks like this is gonna be the first piece of fallen tree that I cut with this thing. Yeah, that's a lot heavier than I thought it was gonna be. Looks like I really didn't even need to cut through this tree since it was so rotted out, but this will try it anyway. Have some gross firewood. Should have known that was coming. Whew. Yeah. I've also got one other thing to try out while I'm out here. My tent stove that came in the mail. Yeah, I honestly am surprised it got here as quick as it did. It wasn't supposed to get here until, like, I want to say 2 weeks from now. So, that's pretty sweet. As far as the brand and everything goes, I think it's Danchel Outdoors, Danchel, which I'm pretty sure is some sort of, Chinese company. I got it off Amazon, so I'm not gonna try burning anything in it while I'm out here today. I just want to practice setting it up. I didn't even bring the tube, the flute, with me. But yeah, here it is. Yep, I spelled it right. I got the name right. And this is the whole thing right here. Yeah. Supposed to be, at least. I brought the instructions in case I'm not able to figure it out myself. But I took just a peek at it whenever I opened the box up and everything. And it seemed like it was made, pretty high quality, I don't know too much about tent stoves or anything like that, but as far as what I expected, it seemed pretty good. All right. I assume this goes to the top. Yeah, this is gonna be the door in the front. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to come apart in separate pieces. Yeah, that's kind of a tight fit, but that might be a good thing. There's the hook for the other side. We'll see if these are, that one's good. That one's good. Besides the fact that I got mud all over the bottom of this. Alright, close that up. Pop these legs out. And then I'm planning on putting it right about here. Honestly, once the shelter's all done up. So while I'm laying here, I can probably put some wood right here and then just stick it right in from the bed and not even have to get up. I thought the stove was fine and I was happy with it, but as I was putting it away, this fell off somewhere. Hopefully nothing else keeps falling off of it. All right, I have finished carving out this section as much as I'm going to. Kind of a little table that I can set stuff on top of. Little lip on top of that. I left it because you can see there's that huge root that I didn't want to deal with, but it's also kind of like a little ledge. A little foot space slash storage space right next to the bed. Next thing I'm going to do is I need to flatten out. You can obviously tell that is not going to be level. Going to have to flatten all that side out. I've probably got another hour left flattening out the bed. I'm about halfway done. But other than that, I just can't wait to be done. I thought this would be a good time to mention that after I'm done digging, I'm probably going to just spend the next 2 weekends going through my log pile and collecting other logs that I'll be able to use to build. And then probably in about 3 weeks to a month from now will be my first time camping out here. And that'll be with the hot stove and probably have to use a tarp because I won't be able to build the whole thing in one day. But yeah, I know most people probably aren't even interested in all this digging and just want to see, you know, the actual shelter. But I don't know, I just felt like I might as well record all this if I'm, you know, I have over a month and a half to do it. So yeah, I guess that's just kind of some of my thoughts behind all this. Alright, it is not perfect, but it is pretty dang flat, looks to me. Let's see if I'm gonna be too tall to fit in it now that I'm done with it. Oh. The sun's right in my face, but I cannot believe how perfect this is. This is like, look at that. That is perfect. I've even got some extra space. All right, I'm getting out of here early today. It's Sunday, so football's on at noon. It's about 10:30 a.m. right now. It only took me, I want to say 3 hours to do all this that I did today. I'm going to give you guys one last look at the place before I leave. But other than that, this is the last day I'm bringing the shovel out. Next time I come out, I think I mentioned already before, but I'm going to go through the log pile and see what can be turned into firewood, I think. And on that note, I am out of here. All right, I'm back out here for another day. This is the first day I have not needed to bring the shovel with me, and it's shaping up to be pretty good. It's supposed to be, I want to say, high 60s later today. The Chiefs play the Broncos, and they don't play till 7 o'clock tonight. And yeah, other than that, today I should mainly just be collecting wood, going through my old pile of wood to see what I can actually use and what should be used towards the burn pile. And yeah, that's about it. All right, I've got to say this thing is looking beautiful. It is even deeper than I remember. The ground, the clay is starting to harden up. It's not muddy at all anymore. Other than that, my first plan for the day is I've got a wood pile over here and a wood pile over there. I want that to be my pile of usable logs for the shelter. I want this pile to be my wood pile. So I'm gonna go through that pile first, and then I'm gonna straighten this one up. And that's about it for today. Yeah, that's not good. Since the rest of this log is pretty uniform in size, besides about this tip right here, I'm gonna just cut it off. Alright, that started off pretty ugly, but I'm still learning. It's a learning process. Was not worth it. Alright, before I cut this, I just want to say real quick that this tree is the one that you would have saw in the last clip that Josh cut down. This is the only tree, living or dead, that's been took down so far. And the only reason that happened is I forgot to tell Josh we weren't cutting down trees before we got out here. So it's my fault, but I just wanted to clarify that so far, I have honestly not had to take down any trees, and I've got a steady amount of wood. Right. I'd say this is possibly usable if I needed it for a smaller wall, so I'll keep it. This one is definitely usable. I'm getting warm. I've already shed my coat and my hoodie already this morning. And I've got my handy dandy chair. I've had such little time and so much to do the last couple weeks I've been out here that I really don't think I've been able to set this chair up in a while. It's honestly pretty nice being able to actually like take a breath and look around for once, you know, and not, I don't know, feel like you're wasting time. Whenever I go just regular backpacking, I don't ever bring this because, you know, it's obviously heavy and large. But whenever I'm just doing day trips, or if I'm gonna camp for multiple days in one spot, I'll always bring it. It's definitely worth bringing it. There we go. See? Perfect. I didn't eat breakfast before I came out here, so I'm curious how long I'm gonna wait before I eat. It's pretty early, and I have a lot of time today to kill, honestly. So I might stay out here a while and eat later, or not. I really don't know. The Chiefs don't play till 7 o'clock, so I don't have to be back home until, you know, 7 o'clock technically. But other games start at noon, and I like to be able to watch most of the games. So who knows what I'll do. Alright, I've just been piling up more and more wood, kind of clearing leaves out of the way, and I've determined that I am too lazy to chop up that pile of wood right behind me. So I'm just going to move it to the other side of this root wall that I'm staring at, and then I'm probably going to just chop it up a different day. Yeah. Looks like we've got some zombie trees. Alright, I've got every bit of wood in this camp into a pile, except for I just cannot figure out what I want to do with that one. All right, I think the last thing I'm gonna do today is probably move the fire pit and the rocks. And then next time I come out, I'll probably have to bring the shovel or bring a hand shovel to fill in the hole. Because we made it honestly right next to where I'm hoping to put in wood to build the shelter. So yeah, we'll definitely want to make that ground more solid. But yeah, this is probably the closest spot that's actually like flat relative to where the camp is at. I'll try and show where it's at. Yeah, well that didn't work, so yeah, but I'll show where it is. It's kind of funny, I just tried to record a time lapse of me setting all this up, and then I go to look at the video and I see it's like 4 minutes long, and I realize I accidentally recorded it in slow motion. Well, I'm almost out of battery, so I'm gonna get out of here. I didn't really get the chance to go back and look for any of those trees like I planned on, and I didn't get the chance to cook anything and eat, so I'm kind of hungry still. But I honestly think 2 more weekends out here cutting up wood to build with, and this thing would be almost completely ready to build and camp in. I'm honestly planning on doing a camp out here when it's only half finished and kind of using a tarp with it. But we'll see how it goes. Who knows? Well, on that note, I'm getting out of here.